Welcome to the National Simulation Racing League. I'm your host, Gweedo Ecclestoned. In the next 15 minutes or so, we'll go over this past week's race at Pete and Shorty's, the final race of the year, Homestead, Miami. Where else would you race the final race of the year in auto racing? So we'll get to that. We'll talk about that race and who won that. And we'll show the points real quick. Talk about the points champion for a minute. And then we'll move on into talk a little bit about the State Theater, and we'll talk a little bit about some events coming up next year. So we'll get right to it. We always start out with this State Theater, statetheaterconcerts.com, and you can check out what we're going to be racing next year. We're going to do a live event at the theater with some partners, M&M Games. They're going to come and do a Marvel versus Capcom tournament along with one of our league races, which we're not sure which track we're going to use yet because we don't know what's going to be out by then. So maybe Sebring or something like that, but we'll see. So again, you can scroll on down here if you want, and if you want to check out our trailers to the event, you can go. Whoa, what did I do? Go too far? Here we are, Streets of St. Pete. That's what we're calling it, Streets of St. Pete Racing Gaming Event. And if you click on over here to the car, you'll get this simulation racing trailer for the event. And if you click on to the Streets of St. Petersburg, you'll get the Marvel vs. Capcom trailer for the event. Stolen YouTube stuff. That's how you roll these days. So anyways, that's it. And if you want to purchase a ticket, go ahead. Help us out. We'd appreciate it. Donate to the cause. Buy a ticket. If you can't make it, we'll give it to somebody down here who can. Okay, so we'll move on. Get to the race results from at Pete and Shorty's here this past Wednesday night. I can just navigate this thing here tonight. Nope, that's not right. There we go. So again, again, Jason at Twitter at Ash7178. As Jason wins it again, third win in a row. Yeah, he went up against Kenny Oldman in the final there and beat Kenny. He beat Logan Martin in the semifinals. And that was a pretty good race. Beat Logan Martin by 2 seconds. The race was a 13-lap heat race, one pit. Had to take at least 2 tires, so it adds a little bit of fun to it. And again, Jason comes out on top with Lightning Roberts coming in 4th. Alec Diaz 5th, Breckenridge 6th, Crashing Kyle 7th, Peter Brandy 8th, Johnny Dangerous 9, Pac-Man 10, Hot Rodney 11, Justin Sampson rounding out the 12 cars that we run all year long. Okay, so that was the end of the race. It was a good race. Had a great time, and we also had our trophy ceremony there, awards for the night, and Logan Martin again was our champion. We'll go to the season points now. And again, Logan Martin, last 3 races or so, 4 races, it was pretty much his championship to lose. And again, he's up with 762 points. And second, Alec Diaz. Third, Jason, Ash 7178. And you can also check out Logan Martin. He has his own Twitter page now at I am Logan Martin. And you can check him out on Twitter also. And if we go down the points here, Alec Diaz 652, Ash 7178, Jason 604, Pete and Brandy just missed. Our female driver just missed the top 3 podium finish for the championship, so she's kind of disappointed. But she missed a lot of races. She's got a 5-year-old, so kind of hampered her this year. We'll see what she can do next year, though. Pete and Brandy 567. Justin Sampson 492. Kenny Oldman 463. Lightning Roberts 437. Johnny Dangerous 412. Breckenridge 339. Crashing Kyle 307. Hot Rodney 274. And Pac-Man rounding out the field at 217. Hey, we got a call. We got a call on the hotline. Yes. How are you doing? We're taking the call. Who's this, Rod? Let me call you right back. We're doing the post-race show. Call you right back. always forget to turn the cell phone off when you do a show. Okay, so how did my TV get on? Crying out loud. What the hell's going on? Alright. Settle down. Okay, so I'm going to throw a little bit of the Xbox One. We got that, and we got the PS4. So next year is going to be Xbox One and PS4. Whatever we can do with it, we're going to try to do. And again, you know, while we let some of this footage run here of Logan Martin taking the Hot Wheels car around Sebring, we'll talk about next year and what's going on. So let's get that going. Hopefully it didn't die on me. Uh-oh. Maybe it did. There we go. So, whoa, I almost dropped my controller. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. There we go. So I got that running. Next year, we're going to go to Daytona, and we're going to race at Hooters. They've been nice enough to tell us come on and have a race there. So, you know, hey, you know, Arca Series is going to have their race. K&N's going to have their race. Truck's going to have their race. Bush Series is going to have their race. I call it the Bush Series. I'm an old guy. Sprint cars is going to have their race. Why can't sim racers have their race in Daytona? Because that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go, and all our followers are going to go. Followers at NSRL Racing. We're all one big family, and we're all one big community, and we're going to Daytona next year. If we have to hitchhike, we're going to go to Daytona and race. So check that out. And also, we're going to do Sebring next year. We're going to do Homestead next year, and again, the streets of St. Petersburg next year. And what we're going to do is just, you know, we got the race. And then hopefully, you know, people start coming down there and more people, and we'll get some big teams formed to do it. And so we're trying to work out how, what cars we're going to race next year on the tour. I want to say, you know, hey, let's take these top 12 guys out of the top 50 and just put their cars out there, you know, and go and tour and race those 12 cars and just use sub-drivers or whatever. I can babble on forever about it. But we'll go ahead and finish up the show. Again, I want to say thanks to all the people that helped us this year. Pete and Shorty's Tavern, which is very similar to, it's similar to a Wing House or Hooters or something like that. And, you know, we want to thank them for letting us race there. And also we want to thank ABC Supply, supply company that gives us great deals on roofing products and allows us to literally make the money it takes to do what we're doing. And so ABC Supply, ABC Racing helped us out this year with some cool hats and shirts. And speaking of hats and shirts, I'll take a second there to show you. Again, you know, you guys out there need to make your own racing shirts. We did ours, you know, Xbox Racing. You can put a little Forza Motorsports here, or Drive Club, or whatever you like, you know, on the front there. And just, you know, we got to make our own attire. You know, they're not doing it for us. So make your own. And just like this hat here, or PlayStation Racing, iRacing Racing. You know, we can't even get iRacing to show us where the merchandise is. So, you know, make your own. So, again, I want to say thanks to GameStop, M&M Games. Those two here locally have been helping us, you know, always spread the word and just doing a lot of good things for gaming in itself. So we want to thank those guys, and well, the usual PlayStation, Xbox, iRacing, Nintendo, R Factor, everybody. Thanks for giving us great equipment to use to race on. And so again, I think that's about it. Don't think I'm leaving too many people out. Snap-on, whoa! Snap-on has helped us out with some new shirts and hats, and appreciate that. So again, I'll crank up a little music. Not a late show today, not a long show. I'll crank up a little music, and again, next year we're going to run some live races. And a shout out to all the followers at NSRL Racing on Twitter. You guys make it happen. You know, we're doing this not only for ourselves, but we're doing it for all the young drivers who are passionate about sim racing, and you know, would like to see it get a little bit of attention. So that's why we do it. So again, we'll check out a little more Logan Martin on the Xbox One. And I'm your host, the Top 50. I'll talk about that for a second. American Top 50 is out there finally. It took us forever. Mostly my fault. We couldn't get anything right. We couldn't get the right people on there. We couldn't get the right number on there. We were putting people twice on there, and it's been very difficult to find the driver, the real driver, and put them up there. We did the best we could, and we think next year, now that the bar's set, next year, you know, if you want to be the best driver in the country next year, you're going to have to be better than those 50 guys. That's the bottom line. So, you know, next year it'll get better. Some will come off. The ones that deserve to get on there, Matty Weeks, will be on there next year. You know, so we'll make it happen, and all we can do is work together. There's power in numbers. Let's form one big league and just different series of that one big simulation racing league. That way, all of us together, we'll be able to do whatever we want, wherever we want. So just keep that in mind. Keep racing. We'll be watching y'all. Y'all watch us. Keep working together. That's about it. I'm going to sign off. I've got a lot of work to do to get ready for next year. I appreciate everything, all the good things y'all are saying, and even the bad things y'all are saying. I'm your host, Gweedo Ecclestoned, and I'll be back next year. Peace out.